Hi guys, good morning. Can you hear me? Hello,
Yes, sir.
good morning. Anyone can respond?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, let us start session. Yes, yesterday's session. So yesterday's session, just a basic starting. So yesterday discussed about system software, next application software, these things. Next about voice, discussed about voice. And next about front end, back end, discussed front end application, two parts, front end and back end discussed. Java is a back end software, right? Java is a back end software. Java is a backend server-side programming. Next, low-level, high-level language. Yes, these things are discussed. Generation of computers. Okay. Discussed. And then about low-level language, high-level language. Yes, even about AI also something explained yesterday. AI. Yes, two topic is about interpreter and compiler. Let us start. Yes, yesterday topic. This completed yesterday. See, high-level language to bind the code. Bind the code. Here, this is system understandable language. Here, this is in the form of zeros and ones like this. Zeros and ones, right? So, high-level language like Java, C, C++, Python, all these are high-level languages. These high-level languages converting to bind the code. High-level language to bind the code. Bind the code is a system understandable language. So, which one will convert from high-level language to bind the code? For this, either interpreter or compiler. Yes, interpreter or compiler will convert from high-level language to bind the code. Bind the code, right? Yes. So let us see. Interpreter and compiler. So what are the differences? Both are doing same process but different. The way of doing is different. Way of working is different here. So interpreter and compiler both will convert from high-level language to bind the code. But the way of working is different. Way of working is different. So first let us see about interpreter. About the interpreter. Interpreter. Yes, how interpreter is working. Let us see about interpreter. Yes, for this interpreter, simply I'm taking Python example. Python is the interpreter. Python is the interpreter based language. So I'm taking best example Python. For example, test.py, some Python script. I'm taking simple Python script here. Yes, how Python is working. Yes, let us see Python interpreter, right? Yes, let us see some example. So, but D drive test. So here this is I'm missing. Yes, here, yes, here just I'm using test folder to write the Python script. So just I'm using Notepad. Notepad. Actually, Python development is a PyCharm ID. PyCharm ID. PyCharm ID. Using PyCharm ID can develop Python applications. But it's Notepad, very simple script. Simple script. For this, I'm taking simply Notepad. So Notepad, where to take Notepad? Command prompt. Go to command prompt. At the command prompt, you have to take Notepad. At the command prompt, Notepad. So how can you go to command prompt? CMD, 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 that will take to command prompt. Yes, command prompt, right? Command prompt, command prompt. So detailed test folder. From this, yes, CMD, it's a command prompt. Command prompt here. Yes, not D drive. We should go D drive. D colon will take to D drive. D colon will take to D drive. Check the coordinates DER. All these coordinates, right? So DER means directory. All these are directories. All these are directories. So here DER means directory. All these are directories. Okay, all these are directories. Okay. Yes, all these are directories. One second. Yes, all these are directories. So dir means directory. So you can dir means it's a directory. So D drive contains all directories. Same thing. Yes, D drive, see, all folders, right? Folders directories both are same. And GA calling as folder. Yes, is a Windows GA. In Windows GA calling as folder. Windows GA folder. Same thing. Command prompt is directory. See, name something like Hanusha, Durgasoft, Rao. Like I said, all these names are directories. All are directories, right? All are directories. Same thing you can see here. See that Anusha, Dsoft, Rao and all these, right? These are our folders. So folder directory both are same. Folder directory both are same, no difference. Folder directory both are same. Folder and directory both are same. In GA, Windows GA is a folder. It's a Windows GA, it's a folder. Next, it's a character interface or command line interface. This we can say command line interface also. Command line interface, command line interface. So is directory. Directory. Okay, fine. Yes, now in this directory here, test directory. Test, we should go to test. So you can D drive test, right? D drive test folder. D drive test folder. We should go to test folder. Here it's a directory. Direct CD test. CD means change of directory. CD test change to CLS clear screen. Yes. Check the coordinates DR. Yes. 0 files. Empty. So this folder is empty. This folder is empty, right? Yes. One second. Let me stop my video. So I hope you understand. I'm repeating topic once again. Exit, exit, closed, closed here. So first, D drive. From D drive, here they say test folder. From D drive, yes, go to test folder. Yes, first of all, CMD. CMD command prompt. Go to command prompt. Yes, at the command prompt, here D drive, D drive. D colon will take to D drive. D colon will take to D drive, not DER, that contents. See all the directories like this. Correct? All directories. Now from this we should go to test directory. Yes, test. CLS, clear the screen. DER. Now we should go to test directory. For the CD test. CD means change of directory. CD test, change of directory. Changed. Right? Change, right? CLS to clear the screen. DR that contents, 0 files, 0 files. 0 files, right? See this folder is empty. Yes, let us start. Yes, writing simply Python script. Just I'm taking Python script here. Notepad, 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 test.py, notepad test.py, notepad test.py. Right? Yes. Cannot find the file test.py. Do you want to create new file? Yes. Do you want to create new file? Say yes. Now here simple script. A is equal to 10. Yes. Next B is equal to 20. So A equal to simple script. A is equal to B equal to, suppose C is equal to A plus B. C equal to A plus B, right? Yes. Print out. Enter. Yes. Addition. Addition is equal to C. Displaying C value. At next C equal to A minus B. Yes. Print out. Subtraction. Subtraction. Subtraction is equal to C. Subtraction is equal to, right? Subtraction is equal to C. Next C equal to A into B. C equal to A into B. Yes. Print. Print. Yes. Multiplication. Multiplication is equal to, right? So A value 10, B value 20, C equal to A plus B. Print addition is equal to C. C value displaying. Addition is equal to C. C equal to A minus B. So print subtraction equal to C here. C equal to A into B. Yes, then multiplication, right? Yes, save it. Save, close. Now go to command prompt. TR check it. So it's a test.py, right? Let's skip it. Test.py. So test.py. So let us run this one here. Python test.py. Yes, directly execute it. Suppose if it is others here, first of all, compilation. Suppose Java, C, C++, all this we have to compile it and check the errors, right? If no errors, then we have to run it. But here it's the interpreter. Interpreter, no error checking. Initially, no error checking, direct executing program. Directly our code executes. Okay, here error checking, nothing is there. Suppose C program, there is a compilation process. If no compilation, then execution. Java also, first of all, compilation. If no compilation, then execution. Okay, no compilation error, then execution. So first of all, checking for error, all the errors. C, C++, Java, all the cases, right? Compiler case, checking for all the errors. If no errors, then program execution. But here it's interpreter. Yes, interpreter, initially it won't check for errors. Directly it will execute here. Directly checking for directly executing program here. Directly it executes program. Directly executing program. Right? Directly executed. Suppose any errors, what happens? Now this is doubt. Any errors, what happens here? Any errors, then what happens? Let us see. Any errors comes, what happens? If any error, what happens? Let us see. Suppose some mistakes. Here, comma missing. Suppose here bracket missing. So next here bracket missing. Save it. So there are three mistakes. Here mistake, and here mistake. There are three errors actually. What happens? Three errors. There are three errors. No, the three errors. Yes. So test.py. Yes, Python test.py. I'm running it. See this, it's giving error. So only one error it's giving. So test, so eighth line error giving, right? So others not showing only one error. So this is showing only one error. Reason. Let me explain clearly. Yes, actually there are three errors, but only this one showing. So what is happening? How it's working? Let us see how interpreter is working. Yes, maybe Python interpreter, anything. It's working the same. Interpreter working the same. How interpreter is working? Let me explain. See, suppose program first statement. Suppose A equal to 10. Next statement, let us say B equal to 20. C equal to A plus B. Print addition Next, C equal to, yes, A minus B, print subtraction, right? Next, C equal to A into B, print multiplication, right? So these are the Python script statements, right? Python statements like this. Okay. Yes, how it's working here. So first of all, Python interpreter checks the first line. If first line correct, then it checks the next line. Next line also correct, then checks the next line. Suppose something wrong here, stops. Something wrong, simply stops. It won't check for remaining all the statements. Something wrong, simply stops. It won't check for remaining all the statements. Simply stopping here. Okay. Yes, any error comes, simply stops. Yes, it won't check for remaining all the statements. So interpreter checking line by line, checking first line. If it is correct, checking next line. If it is correct, checking next line. Something wrong, simply stops. It won't check remaining all the errors here. So checking for only this one. Here stopping early. It won't check for rest of the code. It won't check for rest of the code. Yes, any error comes, interpreter stops. Any error, interpreter stops. So this is working of interpreter, right? Now, so let us correct this error. Yes, correcting this error. So comma missing. So correction is done. Save, saved. Control S for save. Notepad. Control S. No, run it. Same thing. Let us run it. Run it. Yes. Now next error, right? 12th line error. So previously 8th line error. That error fixed here. Now 12th line error. Not 12th line. So only one error showing here. Any error comes, simply stops. Any error, simply stops. Simply stops, right? Yes, next here. This is. So this mistake, right? Save it. Save it. Now, yes, run it again here. Right? Yes, is 70th line error. 70th line, right? 70th line. Okay. Again now 70th line. So this is missing. Right? Save. Unclose. Now run it. Yes, is working, right? That's it. So this is working of interpreter. So interpreter checks the code line by line. Interpreter checks the code line by line. Line by line. First line checking. Yes, if no error, then checking second line. Suppose next line error comes, simply stops. Simply stops. Any error comes, interpreter stops. It won't check rest of the code. Okay, it won't check rest of the program here. So here only stopping. Any error comes, interpreter stops. Any error, interpreter stops. Okay. Suppose if no errors, what happens here? How it's working? Suppose no errors. So fine, this is. Suppose this also fine. So next statement also fine. So next statement. So top to bottom checking. Okay. Yes. Every statement is fine. So what next? Then starts execution. Suppose any error stops. Suppose any error is a stopping. Suppose if no errors, now execution. So this all same line where first line, it converts first line into binary code. Binary code, this binary code given to processor. So processor taking that code and generating output, executes and generating output. Right now next line. After this, take the next line. So next line are same, converting to binary code and given to processor, So processor, yes, taking that code and convert, yes, generates output, right? Yes, next. So line by line, checking line by line. Yes, whole program, everything is correct. Then conversion also line by line. So converting first line and given the process, then executes. Converting second line and given the processor, then executes. Next, converting next line. Yes, again given to processor, then execution. Generating output fine, right? Like this, line by line. Not only comparison here, not only error checking here. Yes, program execution also line by line. So first line executes, next line. So first line converts and executes. Next line converts, executes. Next line converts and executes. This is about interpreter. So working of interpreter is like this. Working of interpreter is like this. Working of interpreter, right? Yes, compiler. If it is compiler, how it's working? About interpreter clear. Now let us about compiler. For compiler, I'm taking C program. Compiler. Yes, how compile is working? Let us about compiler. Yes, how compile is working? About compiler. For compiler, I'm taking some C program. Suppose S.C. C program. How compile is working? Let me explain about compiler. Yes, how compile is working? Yes, compiler checking first statement. So first statement is correct. Yes, compile checks the first statement. So first statement is correct. Then checking next statement. Next statement also correct and checking for next statement. Suppose something wrong here. Compiler shows error at some line. Compiler shows error at some line. After that, checking next line also. Even error comes, compiler won't stop. It won't stop. Yes, interpreter. Any error comes, interpreter stops. So compile is not like that. Compiler checks the whole code from top to bottom and shows all the errors. So compile checks the first line. If it is correct, next line. If it is correct, next line. Suppose something wrong. Error at third line. After that, checking next line. Yes, if it is correct, then checking next line also. Even error comes, compiler goes to next line also. Next line also. Right? Yes, here, suppose second error, error at some line. So next line checking. Next line checking. Suppose here any error. Yes, compiler shows error at some line, right? So compiler checks the whole code from top to bottom. So here compiler checks the whole code from top to bottom. Whole code from top to bottom and shows all the errors. It shows all the errors. 1 second. 1 second. Hello. Ramesh, Ramesh. అవును నేను చెప్తాను అడిగి yeah compiler checks the whole code compiler checks the whole code from top to bottom and shows all the errors. See, in case of interpreter, see, previously interpreter discussed, right? Interpreter, yes, any error comes. Suppose here some error, simply stops here only. It won't go for next statements. If any error comes, interpreter stops. If any error, if any error, interpreter stops. It won't check rest of the code. Any error comes, interpreter stops. It won't check rest of the code. That practically explained. Yes, in case of compiler here, it checks the whole code from top to bottom and shows all the errors. Even error comes, it goes next line also. Next line checking. So compiler checks the whole code from top to bottom, shows all the errors. Compiler shows all the errors in the program. Compiler shows all the errors in the program. But interpreter shows only one error. Interpreter is only one error. Reason any error comes stops. It won't check rest of the code. Right? Yes, let me explain. Compile also practically here. Let me show practically. Let us take C programming. Practical example, C programming. C, yeah. Yeah, this is C program. Main. Yes. Test.cpp. CPP means C++. C++ compile using for C programming also. C++ using for C programming also. See int A, int B, int C, CLR is here to clear the screen. Enter the first number, reading first number, reading second number. Then C equal to A plus B addition, C equal to A minus B subtraction, C equal to A and B multiplication, right? So this is program. First of all, compile, see that compiling, compile, success, no errors. See warning 0, error 0, plus any key, right? No run it. Yes, getting output. First number 10, second number 20. See addition 30, subtraction minus 10, multiplication 200. Addition 30, subtraction minus 10, multiplication 200. So you can no errors successfully completed. No errors successfully completed. Suppose any error what happens, let us see. Suppose some mistakes. Suppose here semicolon missing. So you can bracket missing. Okay, suppose here comma missing. Some statement. Suppose here semicolon missing. Okay. Yes. Suppose here comma missing. Okay. Suppose here let us say semicolon missing. Suppose here bracket missing. Yes. Modified. Save it. Saved. Now let us compare it. Yes. Comparison error. Errors. 8 errors total. Right. See, this showing all the errors. Interpreters only one. What is compile showing all the errors? Totally 8 errors. Press any key. Press any key series. So first error. Yes, look at the bottom. Look at the bottom. Test.cpp 10th line error. Declaration syntax error. Next 12th line error. Statement missing. 12th line. 16th line. 23rd line. Next 25th line. Yes, 27th line. 33 line here. Yes, 35th line here. Right. So all these lines, top to bottom, compiler shows all the errors. Compiler shows all the errors from top to bottom. Compiler shows all the errors from top to bottom. 1 second. I'm getting called. Yes, 1 second. No, no issue. So compiler shows all the errors from top to bottom. Yes. So compiler shows all the errors. Yes, compiler checks the whole code from top to bottom. Compiler checks the whole code from top to bottom and shows all the errors. It shows all the errors. Compiler shows all the errors, right? Okay. Yes. So this is compiler. So compiler checks the whole code from top to bottom and shows all the errors. I think it's there. Let us correct all that mistakes. Yes. So compiler checks the whole code from top to bottom, shows all the errors, right? All the errors. Yes, let us correct all that mistakes. How it's working. Okay, next. Correction of all the mistakes. So you get bracket missing. Yes, from the bottom, top to bottom. So you have semicolon missing. Semicolon missing. Okay. Yes, semicolon missing. Next, here's this semicolon missing. Yes, now save it. Saved. Yes, saved here. Now let us recompile. Still some more errors. Yes, there are 4 errors. So this line error. So here bracket missing. Next here comma missing, right? Comma missing. Yes, let us save it. Saved. Yes. Now recompilation. Yes, still 2 more errors. So you have semicolon missing. Semicolon missing. And next printf. Yeah, here printf. Here comma missing. Comma missing, right? Yes, now save it. Alt. Yes, save it. Saved. Say yes, overwrite. No recompilation. Compile success. Successfully completed it. No right. It's okay. That's it. So first number 10, next number 20, addition, subtraction, multiplication. So done. Yes. Yes, here compiler. Yes, compiler checks the whole code from top to bottom. Suppose no errors, then how it what is next step? How it's working? Yes, all errors. Fixing after fixing errors. Next recompilation, save and recompilation. Suppose here no errors. If no errors, compiler checks the whole code from top to bottom and shows all the errors. Suppose if you don't have any errors, then what is next step? Okay, if no errors, then what happens? In case of interpreter, no errors, line by line conversion and execution. Line by line conversion, execution. Line by line conversion, execution. Right? That is interpreter. Compile is not like that. Compile is not like that. Yes, compile is not like that. See, compiler checks the whole code from top to bottom. Compiler checks the whole code from top to bottom. If no errors, then it opens another file. Just opening another file. It opens another file. After opening another file here, it converts this code. Means your program code. This is called a source code. It converts the source code into binary format. This whole code, all the lines converts into binary format right to another file. So zeros ones format, binary format. Binary format, yes, write to another file. Write to another file. Binary format, write to another file. Write to another file. Right? Yeah, this file is called as exe file. So the test.exe file generates. Test.exe file generates. After generating exe file, this exe file given to processor. Exe file given to processor, right? Processor. So processor taking that exe file generates output simply. That's it here. This is working of compiler. See, compiler checks the whole code from top to bottom. Compiler checks the whole code from top to bottom. Okay. So compiler checks the whole code from top to bottom. Suppose if no errors, if no errors, if no errors, then this code converts in binary format right to another file. This file is called exe file. Test.exe. Exe means executable file. So compiler checks the whole code from top to bottom. If no errors, everything is fine. Generates exe file. Generates exe file. Exe means executable file. It generates executable file. That file will be given to processor. So processor now executes at a time. At a time, right? See, in case of interpreter, so line by line conversion, then execution. So checking line by line and execution of line by line. So first line converts, then executes. Next line converts, then executes. Next line converts, then executes, right? Yes, but compiler, this whole code converting into binary format right to another file. So exe file, here this exe, right? Here this exe. But in case of interpreter, no exe. That line by line executes. Line by line executes. It won't write to any another file. Line by line direct execution. Line by line direct execution. But in case of compiler, this whole code converts into binary format right to another file. So exe generating. After generating exe, that exe executes. At a time executing code from top to bottom. So at a time executes. So this is difference. Now tell me guys, what's the different subsets between compile and interpreter? Yes, anyone? Yes, at least one difference. Yes, anyone can start. What's the difference between interpreter and compiler? So what's the difference observed? From my explanation, what you understand? Yes, from this explanation, what you understand? Anyone? Anyone, please? Please try to speak. In software, you have to speak more and more. Yeah, tell me, Rohit.
Yes, sir. If any error occurred, then interpreter stops the execution.
Okay, fine. Compiler shows all the errors. Next,
Yes, compiler shows all the errors.
interpreter is only one error, compile is all the errors. And next, yes, he has taken initiative. Next, others. Yes, others. Anything upset? Yeah, Divya said. Yeah, compile, interpreter.
Checks the code line by line.
Yes, checks the code line by line. Good. Compiler.
Completely checks and then gives
Yes,
the
whole code. Whole
yeah.
code. Okay, interpreter checks the code line by line. Compile is whole code at a time. Okay, next. Any other difference? Some major difference, some important difference.
Sir, in interpreter, exe file is not there. But
Yes,
in
yes,
compiler,
you're
execution,
right. You are right.
executable file is
This
there.
is this is perfect answer. Interpreter compiler main difference is exe file. See, interpreter case, yes, that code executes directly, line by line. It won't generate exe file. but compiler here generates exe file. This is main difference. Interpreter compile main difference is exe file. Yeah, let me explain one by one here the differences. Interpreter and next compiler. Interpreter and compiler differences. Interpreter compiler differences. Interpreter compare the differences here. Differences. See interpreter. First one. Yes, it checks the codes. It checks the codes. Checks the codes. Line by line. Checks the code line by line. Yes, compiler. Yes, it checks the whole codes. Yes, it checks whole codes. Whole codes from top to bottom. From top to bottom. It checks whole code from top to bottom. It checks whole code from top to bottom. See interpreter. It checks the code line by line. Compiler. It checks whole code from top to bottom. Right? Next. Yes, even execution also. It executes codes. It executes codes. It executes codes line by line. So even execution also line by line. Checking line by line, execution also line by line. Suppose no errors, executing line by line. Compile is not like that. Compiler generates one exe file and execute at a time. Yes, it executes. It executes codes. It executes codes at a time. At a time, top to bottom at a time, right? It executes code top to bottom at a time. Next here, yes, if any error comes, see, if any error, yes, if any error, then interpreter stops. Then interpreter stops. Interpreter stops. Interpreter stops. Interpreter stops. Stops. It won't check. Yes, that's all the program. It won't check. It won't check next lines. Next statements. It won't check for next statement, right? Yes. If error, yes, then interpreter stops. It won't check next statements, right? Yes, compiler. Yes, it checks all the statements from top to bottom. It checks all the statements. Yes, it checks all the statements from top. Yes, all the statements from top to bottom, from top to bottom, from top to bottom, from top to bottom, right? Yes, interpreter, it shows only one error. It shows only one error. Only one error, right? Only one error. Compiler, yes, it shows all the errors. It shows all the errors from top to bottom. All the errors from top to bottom. From top to bottom. It shows all the errors from top to bottom. All the errors from top to bottom, right? Yes, all the errors from top to bottom, right? Next, exe file. See, interpreter case, CLS clear skin. See, no exe file. That Python scripting directly executing, right? Yes, that scripting executing directly. Python, yes, test. That executed directly. No .exe file created. No .exe file created. C program. Let me show .exe file C programming. C programming backend. Backend. So Turbo C ID backend. Let me show the backend. In backend, C drive. Here TC. Here installed. TC here this bin folder. So here, yes, all the program files. Test.cpp. See, this is right. So this is see 3.5. So 3rd May. Just today modified it. See application that exe file. So test.exe file created here. So right click, check it here. Yes, properties .exe series .exe created .exe. Let me show 1 second. So I'm deleting that exe file deleted. Test.cpp test.exe file don't have. Exe file deleted. Now let me run it. Yes, compiled success. Now run it. Try to run it. 7. Yes, now test.exe file created. Just now 9:12. Just now exe file created, right? See, exe file created. Okay, fine. Now 10, 20 output getting right. Say I'm deleting exe file again. Again, observe it. Yes, here don't have exe file. Test.exe file don't have. Now I try to observe it 1 second here. No, I'm trying to run it. So before going to run it, first of all, exe file creates. Run. See that. Exe created. exe created and executed, exe file created. So 10, 20, that's it. Okay, exe. Yes, showed practically. Yes, in Python interpreter, no exe file, directly source code executed. But in case of C programming, exe file created, then executes exe file. Yes, interpreter, it does not, it does not generate exe file, it does not generate exe file. Compiler, yes, it generates exe file. Okay, so interpreter, it does not generate exe file. Interpreter does not generate exe file, but compiler generates exe file. Interpreter does not generate exe file, compiler generates exe file, right? Yes, next, in case of interpreter, see, the source code executing directly. Yes, that code executing. See code. Yeah, this is called a source code. Python source codes. It's a Python source codes. That source codes. So Python source codes. That source code executes directly, right? Yes. Now it has source code here. Here, see this. Yes, it's a source code. Script source. The source code executes directly. Okay. The source code executing directly. But in case of compiler, what happens? Exe file executes. In case of compiler, exe file executes. So next difference, yes, it executes source codes. It executes source code directly. It executes source code directly. It executes source code directly. Okay, interpreter, it executes source code directly. Yes, compiler, yes, it executes exe file. It generates exe file and executes exe file. It executes exe file. It executes exe file. It generates exe file and executes exe file. It executes exe file. Right? Yes. Next difference. Yes, interpreter-based languages. These are called as scripting languages. They are called as scripting languages. So these are called as scripting languages. So interpreter-based language called as scripting languages. Interpreter-based are scripting language. Yes, compiler-based. These are called as yes, programming language. Programming language. Scripting language and programming language. All interpreter-based scripting language. All interpreter-based scripting language or compiler-based programming language. Okay, so scripting languages and programming language, right? Yes, scripting language examples. Yes, interpreter-based examples. Best example, Python. Python is a scripting language. Python is not a programming language, it's a scripting language. It's a scripting language. Python is a scripting language. HTML is also a scripting language. Next, JavaScript. Yes, one more example, JavaScript is a scripting language. Like Perl scripting. Right? Next, PHP scripting. Linux is shell scripting. So they are scripting language. Okay, so these are scripting language. In this scripting language, don't have exe file. Python, no exe file. HTML, no exe file. JavaScript, no exe file. So all the cases, no exe files. No exe file, script execute directly. Okay, Python has its own interpreter. That interpreter will run the Python script. HTML. So HTML, JavaScript, both are JavaScript, HTML. Both are browser understandable language. So these running in the browser environment. So these are running in the browser environment. So browser is an interpreter. So for HTML, JavaScript, for these two cases, browser is an interpreter. Browser interpreter for HTML, JavaScript. Next, these are having one interpreters. Okay, fine. So next here, yes, programming language examples. Yes, programming language examples. Yes, C best example, C and C++. C and C++. Next, .NET C Sharp. Okay, right? Yes. So this is interpreter compiler differences. So interpreter based language examples, compiler based examples. Yes, conclusion finally here. See interpreter. Yes, interpreter. Yes, interpreter based language. Interpreter based language don't have exe file. Yes, here compiler always generates exe file. So here compiler, yes, compiler compiler finally generates compiler. So here compiler finally generates exe file. So always this is exe file here. Always exe file. Interpreter based language don't have exe file. Compiler finally generates exe file and executes. So that's all about interpreter compiler differences. Interpreter compiler difference, all the differences. Okay, all the differences. Same differences explained here also. Yes, in documents. Yes, you can read the document, all the 9 differences. Same thing covered in document here. So this is difference between interpreter and compiler. That's okay, fine. Now doubt here. Doubt. See, we are discussing about many things, right? Yes, 1 second. We are discussing about many things like interpreter, compiler, interpreter examples, compiler examples. There are many things discussing, right? Where is actual point? Java. Java, right? So what is Java? Now question is Java. What is Java? Yeah, Java, is it interpreter based or compiler based? Now we have discussed about this one. Yes, tell me guys. So what is Java? Interpreter based or compiler based? What is your idea? Yes, let us see. Yes. What is Java? Compiler based or interpreter based? Anyone idea?
Sir, compiler based.
Yes. Who is saying that compiler based? Sam saying something.
Compiler based.
Compiler based. Next. Next. Anyone? Okay, fine. Let me explain. Yes, Sam means Samina, right? You're Samina.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah. So what is exactly Java? First, I'll explain about Java. You tell me, fine. You decide it. Okay, I'll explain about Java. Okay. So once you understand, then you tell me what is Java. See, except Java in other languages. In other languages. Except Java in other languages, what happens here? First of all, your source code means your program code is a source code. Yes, your source code. So this is source code. Yes, what are the program we are writing? This code is source code. Source code. Even Python scripting code also source code. This is source code. Python source code. So this is Python source code. That high level language program, English language program is a source code. High level, it's a high level language, is source code. It's a source code. Yes, the source code simply converts into binary codes. Binary codes. Any language source code converts into binary codes. That binary code given to processor, binary code given to processor. So processor generating output finally, right? Okay. Source code to binary code. That binary code given to processor, processor generates outputs. This is what is happening with all other languages except Java. Yes, suppose C programming, compiler converts source code to binary codes. Python, interpreter converts source code to binary code. So either compiler or interpreter, only one thing. Either interpreter or compiler. Okay, compiler based language, compiler will convert source to binary codes. Interpreter based language, interpreter converts from source code to binary codes. That's the case of other language. No Java. Yes, in Java, what happens here? So first of all, source code converts into bytecode. This is a bytecode. Bytecode converts into binary code. Binary code, right? That binary code given to processor. So processor taking that code here and generating output simply. Just generating output simply, right? Yes, here. Yes, in Java, this is intermediate code. Intermediate code, bytecode, right? Intermediate code. So you can source code to bytecode to binary. So there are 2 stages here. In Java, there are 2 stages. Others only 1 stage, 1 step. In 1 step, completion here. But in Java, 2 steps. So first is source to bytecode to binary codes. Yes, bytecode. Yes, Java this is a bytecode, some intermediate codes. So why this bytecode introduced here? See, bytecode was introduced Yes, introduced to make Java as independent platform. Java as an independent platform. Independent. Yes, independent of platform. Java as independent. How Java made as independent platform? Yes, we'll discuss in next sessions. Okay. Yes, here bytecode in Java. Bytecode was introduced to make Java as an independent platform. Yes, how Java made as independent platform? Next we'll discuss. Wait for some time. Okay. Yes. Now let me show this practically. Let me show Java example. Let us take Java example. See, Java, our daily classes using Eclipse. Daily classes just I'm using Eclipse here. In Eclipse only development everything here. But today just I'm using Notepad. Just a simple program. Just I'm using Notepad. D drive, same test folder. Yes, here I'm taking this is detailed test folder. Exit. So first go to D drive, CMD, command prompt. After opening command prompt, yes, now we should go D colon will take to D drive. Check it. The D drive coordinates, test directory. Now we should go to test directory. CD test, changed. CD with change of directory, changed. DR, now empty, 0 files. Let us start Java program. 1 second, just a minute. Yes, here test directory 0 files. Let us see. Yes, notepad test.java. Like Python here, I'm taking Java program. Notepad test.java. Open. Do you want to create new file? Yes. No. Simple program. Public class test. Test class starting ending. Public static void main methods string array of args. Starting main methods, ending main methods. Yes, system dot out dot println. System dot out dot println. Yes, simple. Hello world. Hello world, right? Simple program. Yes, save control is saved. Save and close. Now back to command prompt. ls not dir, check it. See test.java file created. So this is your source code. Test.java. Java C. Test.java. No compile. Java C means Java compiler. Java C. Java C means Java compiler. Yes. Compile no errors. If no errors, generates dot class file. After compilation, dot class generated. Dot class is not exe file. Exe is different. Dot class is different. The difference is next. I'll explain. Wait for some time. I'll explain next. Next class is getting exe file. Dot class file differences. Dot class is a bytecode file. It is source code to bytecode. Test.java. Test.java given to Java is Java compiler. Java compiler taking source code and checking all the errors. If no errors, then generates dot class file. Yes, dot class. It's a bytecode file. Generating bytecode file. Okay. Now what is happening here? So first to test.java. Test.java. Yes, this is source code. Test.java is a source code. It's a source code, right? Source code. Yeah, the source code given to Java compile, Java C, Java select, Java's result tested dot class. It generates one dot class file. So dot class a byte. This is bytecode. It's a bytecode. Bytecode, right? So Java compiler. So you can source code to bytecode. This part by the Java compiler, right? So this part by the Java compiler. Source code to bytecode by the Java compiler. This part by the Java compiler, right? This part by the Java compiler. So test.java source code given to Java compiler. Okay, right? Java compiler checking all the errors. If no errors, then dot class generates. It's a bytecode, right? It's a byte code. Now this dot class file executing now. The dot class file Java test enter key. That's hello world, right? So here Java C means Java compiler. Here this Java means it's interpreter. Java interpreter. Now it's interpreter. Now it is a Java interpreter. So Java C means Java compiler. Here Java means Java interpreter, right? Now interpreter executing program here. Interpreter. Interpreter takes the dot class file, byte code file. Okay. Yes, interpreter taking that byte code file and converting to binary format line by line and executes. So interpreter taking byte code file, yes, converting to binary format and executes line by line, right? Yes. So tested dot class that byte code file, yes, taking with Java interpreter. So taking with Java interpreter, Java interpreter, Java interpreter, yes, converts into binary formats. Simply just converts into binary codes. Binary code, right? Converts to binary code, zeros ones formats. That binary codes, exact binary codes. Converts into binary formats. Yes, that binary format given to processor, given to processor, right? So processor taking that code and generating output finally, right? Generating output finally, right? Yes. So source code to byte code by the Java compiler. So first step by the Java compiler, right? Next step byte code to binary code, byte code to binary codes. So second step. So this is by Java interpreter. Java interpreter, right? Java interpreter. Java interpreter. This part with Java interpreter. Okay, right? So source code to byte code by Java compiler, byte code to binary code by the Java interpreter. Java interpreter, right? Java interpreter. Okay, right? Yes. So what happens? You see in Java. So first of all, compiler checks for errors. Java compiler, yes. Java. So compiler checks for all errors. Compiler checks for all errors. Yes, if no errors, generates dot class file. Generates dot class file, right? Dot class. Right? Yes, after generating dot class file, so you can next dot class file. Yes, dot class file. Yes, executing. Yes, executing by the interpreter, right? Executing by the interpreter. Interpreter, right? Interpreter, right? So error checking by the compiler and program execution by the interpreter. So these two things are involving, right? Compiler and interpreter, both are involving. So in Java, error checking by the compiler. In Java, error checking by the compiler, but execution by the interpreter, right? Okay, in Java, error checking by the compiler and program execution by the interpreter, right? So both are involving. Yes, suppose C programming. Yes, error checking and execution by the compiler only. Yes, Python also error checking then execution by the interpreter only. But in case of Java, error checking by the compiler, then program execution by the interpreter. Right? This is working of Java. Now tell me guys, what is Java? Is it compiler based or interpreter based or both? Tell me what you understand. Is it only compiler based or only interpreter based or both are?
It's both.
Both. Java depends on both here. Java depends on both. So you can Java depends on both. Java depends on both. Java depends on both. Java depends on both. Both compiler as well as interpreter. Java depends on both. Java depends on both compiler, yes, as well as interpreter. Compiler as well as interpreter. Interpreter, right? Yes, Java depends on both. Java depends on both compiler as well as interpreter. Okay. See here, first step is Java, C means Java compiler. Next here, execution by the interpreter. Java means interpreter. So this part, comparison part and execution, right? So Java C means Java compiler. Java means it's Java interpreter. Java interpreter. So here both are involving. So compiler depends. Sorry, Java depends on both compiler as well as interpreter. Here, now question for you guys: Can we create exe file in Java? Yes, it's an interview question. Can we create exe file in Java? Yes. See this. Can we create exe file in Java? See this here. So this process first program. See. So first of all, Notepad, using Notepad program develop. So first step is Notepad, test.java, right? Notepad, using Notepad, okay, program developed. After that, next, yes, so DR, so test.java, got it. Next, compilation Java C, test.java compilation, compiled. After compilation, result is what? Dot plus file. Next, executing dot class, Java test, right? Java test. Yes, in this process, have you observed any exe file? In whole process, have you seen any yes, exe file? Yes. Have you observed any exe file? No. No, right? No. So means it won't create exe file. Java don't have exe file concept. So can you create exe file in Java? No. No. So Java don't have exe file concept. Java don't have exe file. Java don't have exe file. Java don't have exe file. In Java, everything is a dot class file. Java, everything is a dot class file. So dot class file generated by code file generated. Okay, Java don't have exe file. Okay, right? So in Java, exe file, yes, exe file, yes, exe file, yes, exe file concept was eliminated from Java. So eliminated from Java to make it as independent file. Yes, to make it as independent platform. To make it as independent platform. Okay. Yes. So see wherever exe file concept is there, that is platform dependent. Okay. Java don't have exe file, so it's independent platform. Yes, that independent platform. How Java made us independent platform? Yes, next the coming classes. Okay. After first Java program, I'll explain about this. Monday we are going for Java installation, Eclipse setup and all that. On Monday, I'll explain first Java program. Okay. So once you complete it, then I'll explain about independent platform. So Monday Java installation, yes, Eclipse setup, all the setups. Yes, next I'll explain one program also. And then I'll explain about independent platform. Okay, fine. Yes, exe file concept was eliminated to make the Java as independent platform. Right? Okay. Yes, Java don't have exe file, everything is dot class file. Okay, so dot class file. So dot class file is not an exe file. Dot class is not an exe file. So dot class is not an exe file. Exe different, dot class different here. Okay, see exe file. See exe file is a binary code file. It's a binary code file. Exe file is a binary code file. Binary code file, and it's a system understandable language. A system understandable language. System understandable language, right? Yes, exe file. See, exe file is a binary code file. It's a system understandable language. Yes, what is dot class file? See, dot class file. So dot class file is a byte code file. So dot class file is a byte code file. Yes, and it's a JVM understandable language. And it is a JVM understandable language. JVM understandable language. JVM understandable language. That's it. Okay, that's it. Yes. So this is about interpreter and compiler. I hope everyone you understand here. Interpreter and compiler very clearly explains. Okay. Yes, generally no trainer will explain like this very clearly. Most of trainers just within 10 minutes they will finish interpreter compiler. Yes, practically very clearly no one will explain here. Yes, going forward also you can see same topics like this only here. Very clear, in-depth I'll explain. So interpreter and compile differences, right? So finally, come to some conclusion. So Java depends on both compiler as well as interpreter. So Java depends on both compiler and interpreter. Java don't have exe file. In Java, everything is dot class file. Yes, same thing here explained. Document. See the document. Interpreter cover that all that 9 differences prepared in document here. Yes, about Java. Yes, here all the differences prepared. This document, yes. So yesterday already access given to all paid students. Yes, anyone paid, just to check your Gmail ID. So what are registered Gmail ID with Durgasoft? Just to, I think you might have shared your payment receipt, right? Yes, that Gmail ID. Yes, from which Gmail ID you paid. Yes, payment receipt, just check it. You'll get the access. Yesterday afternoon given drive access. Drive access on videos given and a document, daily class document also given. Okay, even on the software also given. So drive access on videos and documents, software for all paid students access given. Okay, just you can download this one. You can see this. Yes, download access given for the document. Document you can download, you can see. Just daily document this is. So no, don't your running notes. Running notes is not necessary. Just you go through this. Go through this. Okay. Yes, today topic about Java. Java depends on both compiler as well as interpreter. Yes, in Java errors checking by the compiler. If no errors, dot class was generated. Dot class is a bytecode file. Java runtime by the interpreter. See, Java source code to bytecode to binary code, process and finally output. Source code to bytecode by the Java compiler. Next, bytecode to binary code by the Java interpreter. See the steps. First the compiler working and then interpreter working. Okay, right? Yes. So in Java, bytecode was introduced to make Java as independent platform. Java depending on both compiler as well as interpreter. Right? Yes. Can we create exe file in Java? No. There is no concept of exe file in Java. In Java, everything is a dot class file. Dot class is not exe file. See, exe file is a binary code file and it's a processor understandable language. Okay. Yes, dot class file is a bytecode file and it's a JVM understandable language. Next, one more thing here. Exe file is a OS dependent. Dot class file is a independent of OS. Yes, how Java made us independent of platform, independent of OS. That point next we'll discuss. Yes, more interesting point that is how Java made us independent of platform. Okay. Yes, why exe file is platform dependent? Yes, that point is very, very important. Next session I'll explain that. So next session, Monday session. So Monday session, Java installation from Monday. So Monday session, yes. Yes, Monday session, Java installation. So Monday session, yes, yes, Java installation. I'll explain about Java installation. And next, yes, Eclipse. Yes, Eclipse ID setup here, Eclipse ID, Eclipse ID. Okay, so Java installation, Eclipse ID, and developing first application, first program in Java in Eclipse, first program in Eclipse. Okay. Yes, this Eclipse ID Java software, you guys not necessarily download it. I'll share with you. For all paid students, already it was shared. Yes, these are our office softwares. I'll share with you. So first is starting with Java 8. Next Java 11, 17 also we'll see. First Java 8. Yes, this is your Java 8 I'm sharing. And next Java 11, 17 later I'll share it. First we'll start with Java 8. Java 8 and our class document Eclipse. Java 8 for the Mac OS, Windows OS, Mac OS, next Eclipse and your Java document. So it's a drive. Okay, your drive access given already. Some students. Yes, see the drive access. There are some students given. Okay, right? Yes, from this drive you can download it. Yes, by Monday morning class, be ready with yes, yes, JDK and Eclipse. So once you paid, immediately drive access will be given. Then you can ready with all these softwares by Monday. Yes, we'll go for installations on Monday. Yeah, that's all for today. Any doubts? Yes, yes, any doubts today?
Excuse
Any
me,
doubts?
sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, I did not receive the access.
Yeah, I'll check with online team. I think you have
Okay.
paid, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll check with online team.
Okay. Thank
Definitely.
you.
So definitely today, definitely getting. Okay. I'll check with online team. We'll share it. Yeah. So any doubts, guys? Yes, anyone not paid fees, try to pay today and get the access immediately. Okay, yeah. Shall we wind up session for today?
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, tell me.
Uh, these once we write the code and then compilation happens and then we will get the output. Okay.
Dot
So,
Cluster generates.
then this will happen within a fraction of seconds, correct? How
Yeah,
much time it is taking?
just within seconds only. Just even less than 1 second, milliseconds. That depends on application also. So within milliseconds, getting response, executing. Even it won't take 1 second also. 1 second equal 1,000 milliseconds. 1 second equal 1,000 milliseconds. Okay, right? Even yes, 10 to 20 milliseconds enough to finish your program. Processor will run the program within 10 to 15 milliseconds. Right? Yes. Next, any others? Yeah. So let us wind up session for today. Let us wind up. So thank you guys. See you on Monday. So next session Monday, same time, same link. So Monday, same time on same link. No changes in link. That's all for today. Okay. Yes. So thank
Uh,
you guys.
from 8 o'clock or 8:30 from
No, no,
Monday.
same time, 8:30 Monday.
Okay.
From Wednesday onwards, we'll take it 8 o'clock. From Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Okay. So Monday, same time, same demo link only here. Yes, Tuesday, I think definitely will be paid link. From paid link onwards, it will be 8 o'clock. Yeah. So this is 8:30 a.m. Yes, tomorrow, same time. Tomorrow, same time, same link. Yes, from Wednesday, yes, it will be 8 o'clock. From Wednesday, 8 a.m. Yes, I'll merge into that batch. From Wednesday, merging into that batch. Right? Yes, by Wednesday, I can merge. So Wednesday class or that batch and this batch, same topics. I can merge into that batch from Wednesday at 8 a.m. That's all for now. Yes. Still any doubts? If no doubts, let us wind up session for today. Let us wind up session for today. Right? Yeah. Yes. Still anyone don't have my WhatsApp number, take it and share your information.